morning, Adam. Yeah, if you want to hop in, I put the link down in the chat. I don't think anybody's gonna, I got my first dislike yesterday, and I know why. Now I know why you get dislikes. I timed somebody out yesterday, and I wrenched somebody out of the room, and I guarantee that's why I got a dislike on one of my videos. But it's all good. It's okay, right? It's all about the algorithm. It doesn't matter likes or dislikes. It was pretty hysterical when I went and looked this morning, and I didn't have it yesterday, and this happened late yesterday afternoon. I was on Pittsburgh's Anthony's channel. He was doing a listing in the afternoon, and somebody came in there and made some, the bogus morning, nonsense, whatever they were. Good morning, Donna. I put the link in the chat. I'll post it again if you want to hop in. I was just saying that I got my first video dislike yesterday, so let's all give Melissa W. more credit, because when you're an admin or a moderator, now Adam's ringing true with his dislikes, especially being on a big show like Rockstar Flipper, like he's the moderator on. He gets a lot of dislikes, and I got my first one yesterday because I timed somebody out and I wrenched somebody out of the room in Anthony Pittsburgh's channel yesterday because they were out of hands, and it was what it was. But I guess that's a good reason not to be a hater. Yeah, I popped in, but one of my haters was on the panel. I just said hello and said hello. Oh, in Anthony's? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you're a moderator of about 25 channels. Yeah, so there's good and bad, I guess, that goes with that, because if you don't want to have haters, don't be a moderator. Or like Melissa, she doesn't have a YouTube channel right now, so she doesn't have to worry about it. And if she does, I almost recommend she stays Melissa W. as the moderator in the room if she's just going to moderate. And if she's going to have a YouTube channel, make it a completely different name. Like I am a moderator, believe it or not, in Flippin' Hustler, Todd's channel, and Mama, Hip Flippin' Mama, Kelly's channel. But I'm in as a moderator as Teresa Bookstaver, not as My Grapevine for You. So I guess that's a way to do it, is to become a moderator in one name and then run your channel in another, so you don't have to worry about that stuff. But just a thought. Thanks, Adam. So if either of you want to pop in, great. I'm going to actually do a little bit of sharing my screen again this morning and talk about listing and listing templates. I don't know if either of you guys use listing templates or know how to use them. Some people even use listing formats. We're going to look into a couple of different ones where I can share my listings across multiple platforms. I know Don, the auction professor, is in the middle of ramping up Sellbrite, but I think that Todd's been hustling. I miss his motivation. He just listed a video this morning. I saw it. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. What he sold in the last 33 days. So that's good. So you do have templates, but you should improve yours. I have a couple of different ones, and it depends also which store I'm on. Right now, I think I'm in my husband's because I'm on his computer. So I'll share his couple of templates that I use, and I'll maybe pop over to mine and share those as well, just to kind of give you guys an idea of, and a lot of times I think with the templates, it's good when you have multiple quantities, or you're going to keep listing the same type of items. My dad gave me a stack of electronic magazines called Byte that for years he got subscription to, like, I'm going to say from like 1977 through 1995, I believe. So when I was listing them, some of them, if he had a complete set, I would put the complete setup, and then some of them I would just list them individually. But it was just easier to go back and just change the year or change the month of the magazine and just keep listing the same thing over and over again. I love when he has Caroline on. Yeah, little Flipper. She's a super, yeah, she's a good girl. I have women's jeans, men's hats, and a few others. Okay. Yeah, so again, it's all about depending on what you sell. I'm going to actually share my screen here. I know yesterday, Adam, you said my screen was a little small. I'm not really sure how to make it larger, but I'm going to play around with it and see if I can get it to go larger. Let me know if it goes any larger. So I'm in my draft screen because sometimes too when I save drafts, I do it purposely so that I can create a listing template. But in your listings over here on the left-hand side, right, they show active, unsold, draft, scheduled, and ended. And then underneath it is your listing templates. There's a couple of different ways you can get to your listing templates. You can also just go up to listings and then just go to, create a listing, and then you can use a listing template. But I just wanted to show you guys all my templates, well, for this particular one. So here's an example of this magazine variations that I did, so that when I go in there, let's say I want to list with that template. This is when I had the Byte magazines, right? The Small System Journal 1986. And this was the whole year, see number 12, and I had all the months up here because I also did it as a variation. That's another thing probably would be a good thing to talk about, is how to do variations, because I don't know if folks know how to do variations. I'm not 100% sure that people even use that feature. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but that is also another feature. So if you get a bulk or a lot of the same item, but different colors, like I had bought a bunch of clothes that either were different sizes or different colors, but the same type, I would go in there and let's say, do black, white, green, yellow, orange, and make those the variations. And then you can also make the variations based on size as well. So that's a nice thing. So the name of my template here is Magazine Variations, and then the title. This is actually just to revise my template, but this is how you would create one as well. Usually I don't actually create one like this from scratch, because I take a listing, let's say I'll do the first listing, and then once you complete a listing, I don't know if I can go to that or not go to that. I don't think it will show me. No, I don't think it'll show. Oh, this is mine. I did log into mine. I don't think it'll show when you actually do, unless, let's see. No, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna do. I don't think it's gonna do it. No. I thought maybe it would, but it. No, you can't. You can't. Unfortunately, unless you actually create the listing, you can't. Oh, actually, yes, you can. Let me go. Let me go to. Yeah, let me go to one of my listings. Let me go to one of my listings. So if, let's say I have a bunch of, these Croft and Barrel shirts, right? So you can hit the sell similar, or when you're done listing it, obviously you can, save it as a template. So let's say at the bottom here, I want to come down and it will let me, maybe it won't. I'm trying to remember now. Let's see. Save as draft. I think it's only when you originally list the item. I think it's only when you originally list the item that it will let you save it as a template. So for example, let me complete this draft here, because this one can go up. This one is finished. So if I come down, I think it's finished. Yeah, and I list the item. Ah, here it is. Okay, apologize. Yeah, it's only when you list for the first time that you can save it as a template. So I have a ton of these black and white photos back from, anywhere from 1880 to 1960 as far as black and whites and different types of photos. I got a ton that I have on order too that I just bought a bulk purchase from actually Chris. And who else did I buy from? What from somebody else? What from somebody else, and I can't remember who. But a bunch of black and white photos, because they do sell. You'll be surprised at the prices that they sell on. Really easy to list. And if you save it as a template, you would hit here, save as template. And I had a wedding album here, so this was easy for me. I could name the template. Let's just call it for now, wedding album. And then black and white, 1940s, beautiful bride weddings photo with dad and bridal party. And what I kept doing when I put up different photos, I would just take, let's say, the end of this off, black and white photo, 1940, beautiful bride wedding photo. I would leave that. And let's say I found another photo with groom. I can put with parents. And then that makes it easier to list too. And then you just come down, and on the template, you can leave all the photos off when you save the template. You can leave all the photos off. And then your variations here, as long as all of this is going to stay the same, like if it's a photo between 1940 and 49, which these all were, I would leave it there. If they're all black and white, I would leave that there. And then you can fill in other stuff like the original. Yes, these are originals. If you want to put, kind of the photo type, sometimes you know what it is, sometimes you don't. So I don't fill that in. A lot of that stuff I leave blank. And then this is my basic template. It says I'll combine shipping. And then because this is a picture, due to light and screen differences, the color might be slightly different. If I'm doing measurements, I just say the measurements could be, obviously examine the photos. I don't put a lot here. I used to put like a page long of stuff, and then somebody said you don't want to put a page long of stuff. I probably even have too much stuff even with this little bit on here. But it is just easier for me to just copy this. Now, I do change that template based on what I'm selling. Again, if you leave the price, if you're going to sell all those photos for the same price, if you're not, then you can leave that blank as well. Some of them, like the asterisk, probably will, it won't make me save it. Even if it's in a red asterisk like that, if I'm going to save it as a template, it's not going to make me put something in there. And then however you're going to ship it. Depends on if you're going to do free photos. I usually do free, although I've been trying to step up my game and do everything except for clothes under £1 with some sort of shipping on here. Also, I've been changing this to first class because it is a photo. It's probably under 4 ounces. Even if I put a piece of cardboard between the two of them in a small envelope, it's still under 4 ounces. Like I mentioned to everybody, I do international shipping on my own. So I calculate it based on buyer's location. It goes USPS first class because anything under £4, that's the way it goes. When I'm selling heavier items, obviously I change that to international priority. And then if you are charging shipping, I try to tweak this. So if I am going to start putting shipping on these, I'll tweak this as close to the actual weight as possible. If I'm not, I just leave it £1 or less. And then I just hit save template. It's really pretty easy. It's not that hard. And then, of course, it's going to ask you if you want to list with template, if you want to create another template, or I'm done now. And then, obviously, here's my templates. I actually had black and white photos as a template, but that's okay. I mean, you can edit these templates. You can remove them. The ones that I have, for example, with books, my description is going to be a little bit different. And that's another reason why I do the templates, is because my description with the books is going to kind of do some grading processes. So if I come down, so I tell them what my book grading scale is. This isn't necessarily everybody's book grading scale, but it says, if I put mint, it appears to be brand new. If I put near mint, it's almost new, but careful detection reveals, some light shelf wear, possibly like a small ding in the dust jacket or the cover, things like that. And then excellent, and so on and so forth. And then just my usual light and the measurements, even though books, really, I don't put any measurements on unless, like, it's a large coffee table book or something like that somebody may want to know. And again, it's just all about. Now, also, I haven't done books in a while, but I would definitely tweak this. Books you don't have to have on free returns. They don't require it to still get the. So books, I never do free returns on. Because if I'm unsure about the condition of a book, I'll just put it as acceptable or poor. This way I'll have no issues with it. And again, free, I used to do all books free. Media Mail. Media Mail is really, really cheap. In fact, one of the boxes of, now that I think about it, was about 8 pounds of photos that I got. And 8 pounds Media Mail is like $7. So you just build your cost in there if you're going to have that, that kind of size going on. Good morning, Craig. Welcome. If you're buying, go to one of my listings. You're funny. Most buyers don't even read the description. I agree. The only thing is I did find with books sometimes they did. So that's why I definitely put that in as part of the description, in case there were some, because I did sell a lot of antiquarian and collectible books at one time. I do have some left over. In fact, I'm going to auction some of them off Monday night on the auction. I do plan to send them into Amazon, the 3,200 still sitting in my garage, but I'll get to it. Now that I'm home for a few weeks, I'll get to it. Anyway, I'm going to post a link, guys. Anybody wants to hop in and chat, you're more than welcome to. I am going to stop sharing my screen. And for those of you that do templates, do you do just one or two, or do you do them based on, let's say, clothes, hard goods, I don't know, games, videos, things like that? Or do you just do one template and use the same one? Or do you just sell similar all the time? I'm curious, because I find they come in handy when you have multiple quantities for the most part, or you're selling the same thing, like the magazines that, I was just changing the year or the date, or January of 1979 and then going to December of 82. That's, kind of why I use the templates. I do specialized. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't use them as much anymore. I got into the habit of creating similar and doing it all in a row. But sometimes when you get stuff, base description template, just use it for my formatting and layout. Yeah. I did it too for the same reason, just, for the description, so that my description for clothes, had like a little tweak, versus books had another little tweak, versus dishes and hard goods, stuff like that, had something else. I've gotten away from them a little bit in the last couple of weeks, and that's only because when we've been taking photos and I've been sitting and listing, I've had the same, brands in front of me, that it was just easier to click sell similar, but everybody's different. Yeah, with the return, that's a great point, Adam. So yeah. So with the books, like I said, eBay does not require free returns on books. You don't get penalized for that. So I don't do free returns. Not that I'm doing a lot of books, anymore. But when I do, I don't do free returns. And clothes, everything else I think I have listed as free returns. I'm pretty sure. Adam, yes, Adam's, yes, return policy, etc. That's, but Yeah, in your templates, absolutely. You put those in the description. No, I don't put the return policy in the description. No, I put it in the template. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Because again, when you're talking about the difference between clothes, unfortunately, the saturated market that it is, anything under a pound, I'm still doing free shipping. I'm doing all free returns on clothes. Thank God. I got to knock on wood. It's been a good week, no returns, and lots of things going out. So that's a good thing. Going to get away from it at some point, but it's still my bread and butter. It's still, I still, sell dozen pairs of whatever a day. So I have to keep it like that, just for now, until I get really ramped up and get some more specialty. And I have to get more educated on other stuff, because for years I did books and was very educated on books. I know how to find the years, the dates, the ISBN, pricing wise, how to tell if something, was collectible or not. Things like that. I got very kind of granular with that stuff. So then got into the collectibles, Lenox, Yardro, things like that I know a lot about, know what they go for. Pocketbooks, not so much. I sell some. I'm not good on authenticating things like that, so I don't sell a lot of high-end pocketbooks. I probably sold, maybe over the life, a dozen. Let's call it Michael Kors or Coach bags, because I don't know a lot about them, and I don't know how to spot a definite fraud. So instead of copying and pasting different policies over and over again, yeah, once I feel better, I may try doing books on Amazon. Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, you showed that piece yesterday in Anthony's group. Yeah, Yardro is great. I mean, I won't sell my personal collection. I love my Yardro. I inherited from my aunt, and I have quite a few pieces. But if I come across a duplicate or something like that, I'll pick it up, because Yardro's a great selling. Lenox has gotten a little saturated over the years. It really has to be very specific. Same thing with Mikasa. A lot of that stuff has kind of saturated the market. When I look and see, again, my aunt left me a lot of her collectible stuff like Mikasa and Lenox and stuff. And when I look at some of her stuff, I can't even sell it, because they want, $10 for some stuff that I know she paid $100 for. It's like crazy. And then when you look at the templates too, you can put those variations in, which I did with the magazine. So this way you don't have to keep, variations are hard too, to keep creating that. One thing I will tell you guys, in case you don't know, in case you haven't had this issue, if you do anything with variations and for whatever reason the listing ends. Now, we don't have that problem anymore because everything's good till cancel. But if you happen to purposely end your listing, if you go to relist, you have to be really, really careful, because it will relist based on your original variation. So if you sold that January 1979 magazine, when you relist, it's going to put it back up there. So just an FYI. Again, I had that problem in the past. I don't have it anymore because everything now is good to cancel. But if you happen to purposely cancel a listing because you want to try to fool the algorithm or play with your listings, that's one thing I will tell you when using any verifications. I mean, any variations. That's a thing that happens with the system. I won't even say it's a system glitch. I'll just say that that's what happens when you relist. It goes back to the original listing with whatever you were including. Craig, did you put best offer on that, or you just listed it at $199? Okay. All right. Yeah. You'll get an offer on that. You definitely will. Yeah, Adam, you've done that too. It's a rookie mistake. I don't know if it's a rookie mistake. Yeah, I guess it's a rookie mistake, or it's just some, when you do variations, it's just something you don't realize. They don't tell you. I don't even know if in the fine print somewhere on eBay, it tells you, if you do variations and then you're listing and go to, put it back up again, that happens. There's been so many glitches across the, years, whether it was my fault or eBay's fault. I don't know. I mean, we had a run there of where things were relisting on its own that sold already. And I was like, I sold this. What the heck's going on? How could somebody have bought it? So that's all right. I know you're not yelling at me. I know better. Yeah, Craig, I think you'll probably get something maybe around 140 if you really, it's good to list high because you just never know. I've been playing crazy games with my stores. I've been like going 30% higher. After I do all my listings, I've been clicking on all of them and then in bulk doing 30% higher and then doing 20% sales. Like I've been playing around all the time. Some things that I have at regular price, I get a stupid best offer for $8, that I've listed for 20. And then there's other things where I never get a best offer and it's 30% higher than really the rest of the solds, and I sell it. I just sold something overnight that with the shipping, it's like, and it's close. It's like a sweatshirt for like $30 with shipping because I had to add shipping because of the weight. But it was $7 in a padded flat rate, and I think they paid 11 or 12 for shipping and full price at the 30% above asking for the actual sweatshirt. So you just never know. It's such a crazy game. It really is. Sometimes folks will pay higher just because they want a specific size. I mean, that was a 2X. I do really well with big clothes. When you guys come across 2X, 3X, I mean, I had a bunch of 3, 4, and 5X porterhouse clothes that I don't think I have 2 pieces left from that whole thing. I mean, crazy, crazy, crazy. 2X sells constantly, men and women, doesn't matter. And I know this sounds terrible. Listen, I'm a big girl, so I feel I can say this. I think sometimes, especially back in those high-end pairs of clothes, 3X, 4X, 5X, most people don't like to go and shop for clothes and try on and things. I think they just like to buy from the comfort of their home. That's my thought on that. I don't know. Is it wishful thinking? I'm drinking pumpkin spice coffee in August. I can't wait for fall. LOL. Yeah, it was hot here yesterday. It definitely was hot. I haven't been out yet. We're going to actually go. It's the first time in a long time over the weekend now. Yesterday we hit a couple of garage sales. We picked up again, clothes, but we couldn't pass it up. They were like new with tags. Got a Patriots jersey, got a Reds. No, it wasn't Red. No, I won't even buy Red Sox stuff, especially if my husband's with me. Oh my God, that's like taboo. Bring that in the house? No way. No, it was football. What was it? It wasn't the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, it was the San Francisco Giants. Football jersey, and then just 2 brand new men's pair of pants, Lee or Dockers, $2 a piece. Can't go wrong. Have to pick them up. I'll get, definitely $20, $25 for all of that stuff individually. And then my husband picked up some antique Coke glasses and couple of lighters, actually, Zippo and Ronson. I forget now. And, buck a piece. What else? So a couple of little things. Just a couple of things. Oh, thanks, Adam. No, he's feeling, a little dizzy here and there, but all's good until he has this procedure August 19th. That's why I took some time off, because he can't drive, he can't work. I don't want him alone. My sons, they're not around as much. Well, my oldest son's never around. He's married now, and they live close, but he's not here that much. My younger son lives here, but we never see him. Never see him. He works in a town that's probably, I don't know, 30 minutes away, and his girlfriend lives around the corner from where he works, so half the time he's there. So we don't see him much lately, although he's promising we'll see him today. He's off. And then he was away down in Maryland. They went to Ocean City on a nice vacation there, and then her mom lives in PA. I forgot the name of the town. You'd probably know it, Adam, but so he'll be around hopefully today, but we don't see them much. So I'm home. I'm here. I'm doing lots of listing, trying to ramp up, trying to make this a full-time gig for both of us at some point over the next, year or two, or at least for him. Maybe not me, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's hard to jump from being part-time where you're probably just listing, 2 or 3 items every other day. And then I've been trying to do 100 a day. 100 a day, I know it's pushing it. But I think I hit 60 the other day. Yesterday, I slacked a little bit. Today, I'm definitely going to shoot at least for 60. Yeah, Young Love. It is. It is Young Love. It really is. Yeah, they've been going strong probably for a year and a half now, which is good. She's a nice girl. We're good. Yeah, I love my daughter-in-law too, so it's all good. Yeah. I know, down to Delaware, definitely. Oh, Jennifer too? Oh, I didn't know Jen's going there too. That's funny. Oh, that's cool. All right, good. Yeah, we'll be competing at the same. Well, I don't do Goodwill. It's probably the one place we did have a Goodwill close by, and we did it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I didn't do it. And the bins, again, the same thing. The bins are far. The bins are in Long Island City, so that's like a trek, and you can't park, and that's Queens, and it's congested. It's horrible to get there, and unless you're really picking up some great stuff, it's it's not. Yeah, I know there's bins there. I know, we've been there. I know. Yeah, there's a lot of, I find that like those rural places sometimes are a little better to source in than like here. Although I don't find that I have a lot of competition here on Long Island. But then again, I don't know everybody. Remember, everybody's not on YouTube. I mean, Deb, who's over in Levittown, she's the only other YouTuber that I know kind of that's really close. Like Levittown's like a hop, skip, and a jump from me. So, that's where Deb lives. She's what do you call? Oh my God, what's her store name? What's her eBay name? I completely forgot. I gotta look at my cheat sheet because I just know her as Deb. But other than that, I don't know too many people. I know some of you know some other guy. I don't think I know him that well that says he's from Long Island, but I don't run into too many people. Although yesterday at the garage sale, you could definitely know where the resellers are for sure. One guy's hanging around asking about, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have something else? Krillin, that's it. I couldn't think of his name. Krillin. I don't know Krillin. I don't even know if I've ever been in a chat with him before. So I know people talk about Krillin, but I don't know him. Not even sure where he is on Long Island. But Long Island's a big place. People say, every time I say I'm from Long Island, people think like I live in the Hamptons or something. Trust me, I don't have that kind of money. It's not happening. I'm in the suburbs, 20 something miles from Manhattan. That takes you 2.5 hours to get to. Faster walking sometimes. So yeah, that's not my gig anyway. My husband always jokes he gets hives anytime he starts getting close to Manhattan. Yeah, he definitely doesn't like Manhattan, and I'm not a Manhattan person. I like to go into a show every now and again, but I can't drag him in, so now that's not even something that I've done. He's usually on Jason Static's channel later at night. Okay, all right, maybe I'll have to pop in and say hi. Does he specialize in anything? I'm curious, or he's just, like us. I mean, I don't specialize in anything these days. I sell everything. You guys will see that on the auction Monday night. Hopefully you guys can join on Derek's channel Monday night. I'm doing it on Derek's channel because he has more subscribers. He's trying to get view time. And I'm nowhere near any of that right now that warrants it on my channel. But at some time I will migrate and do some on my channel as well. Because he does clothing. Okay, yeah. We got tons of it here. I mean, we've gotten some great deals on clothing, I'll tell you. But not to mention, we have friends and family who just bring their bags over. Yeah, got some stuff for you. Which is good and bad. It's good and bad. Although I said yesterday, thank God I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Looking around in my dining room, I can see my floor. And once the auction's over Monday night, hopefully I can really see the floor, and then we can really concentrate. I got 2 racks hanging here with clothes that I got to go through, and then a couple of boxes from Donna that I sourced. So hopefully that'll do it for a while with clothes, and then I can ramp up on some more hard goods. But now with fourth quarter coming, I'm just trying to get everything and anything possibly up, and I'm trying to get to 3,000 listings by August 15th. That's my goal. So that's between 2 stores, and I'm not really close. Let me see. Where am I on my on my eBay? I am. I think we saw it before. I think I'm at 1425 on mine, and then I'm almost at 3,000 feedback. That's always nice too. Listings. Let's see. No, not even well, technically I have 16,078. I can share my screen. I'm not all about, I really could care less. You know what? It's all good. And I feel like education is the best. I was a teacher with mortgage for many years as part of my Chase employment. So I have no problem sharing my screen and teaching people. I used to do this all the time, even over the internet. But yeah. So it's 1323. But technically I have, if you look at the quantity, 16,078. That's because of multiple quantities. So yeah, some of the stuff which is replenishable, which is good. I have 198 watches. That's the other thing that bothers me. And if you guys can tell me in the chat, why can't, see how I have send offers? I sent 6. I have 1 eligible, which just must have popped up because every morning I stay on top of that too. Like, why can I only send 6 offers on, 1,600 items? It just doesn't even make sense to me. I just don't even understand it. Like, I want to be able to send, I have 198 watchers. I want to be able to send to at least half of those watchers. I wonder if eBay will ever make it easier to manage multiple account stores in app or on the site. I don't know. I don't even know that they want us having multiple stores. And I only have 2 stores, and then it just my son's 50 limit free account that I use. But I don't think they want us to. Yeah, this question comes up a lot, right, Adam? That the fact that I have so many listings and I can only send 7 offers, like, it doesn't even make sense. I want to be able to send offers to all my watchers, or at least half of them. I mean, why people are watching? Why wouldn't you want me to, send them offers and get my store going? I wish there was a way, except I guess you could manually. I don't even know if you could manually message. You can't even message the watchers because I don't even think you know who the watchers are. So it's just weird. They go and put this new stuff out here for us to use, and now I like it. I really definitely like the send to offers to watchers, but not when it's only 6. And then technically that's not even 6 a day. That's 6 for 48 hours or 7, let's say, because here's one that's available now, right? So I have, now this is an older one. This is surprising to me because I haven't seen, that was the other thing I'm really annoyed about. So yeah. So this has been listed since March of 19, right? So it's kind of old, but that's because I have multiple quantities. My husband and I had the restaurant. I had a ton of boxed leftover silverware and stuff. We used to cater and do formal wear and do things like that. Provide tablecloths, and we did the whole spectrum of the catering, from everything to the tables to the cloths to the silverware, plates, things like that, down to obviously he being the chef, the food. So I put these up. I did sell some of them. First time I'm ever actually seeing it come up as offers, to send offers to buyers. But this isn't the oldest one I've ever seen, because quite honestly, I haven't seen this. And see, this is an old one too, because perfect example, I didn't include shipping. So I'm not going to be as generous here because this is kind of heavy. Although I'm able to get it into, I believe, into a small flat rate box. Yes, I believe I am. So that's 5 and change. Yeah, we'll put 24 on this and we'll see what happens. Sometimes too, if I send an offer and they say, well, would you take 22 or something like that? I might. And that's the only other way that I find that you can send offers to buyers is by doing something like that. I mean, it's silly. It sounds silly. But, oh, good morning, Gina. Key Lime Kisses is here. Good morning, good morning. Lisa, I think I don't have Lisa. Oh, is Lisa here? Did I miss Lisa in the chat? No, Gina's Key Lime Kisses. Lisa is flipping crazy. I think. Yeah. Lisa's flipping crazy. Top of the morning to you, Gina. Yeah, so thanks, Gina. Yep. Adam, I hope you were able to print out that cheat sheet, although I've added like 400 more names. Because I realize I don't have a ton on here still. So yeah, there's some folks that I added on here. I'll have to redo it at some point. It's crazy now that I know half the people. Well, once we all get into a room, we kind of get. Although I got somebody's name last night that was refusing to give their name, but they finally gave their name. It's funny. And that one will go on the sheet for sure. And yeah. So anyway, you guys, did anybody go garage sailing this weekend? Anybody out there sourcing this weekend? Yeah, Craig, you had mentioned that. Craig says he has a Chrome extension that has YouTube's name, real name, and stat. That's so crazy that it's an extension on YouTube. Is it an extension of YouTube that allows you to do that? What scares you, Gina? The Chrome extensions? Oh, I created it. Oh, okay. Oh, you created it. Okay, I was just curious. The way you said it was a Chrome extension, I was curious to know if it was something that was available, like that was already a template. A lot of people even have asked me for my template that I use for, yeah, you're a programmer, I know. Just like my dad, probably. He's really good at stuff like that. And no insult. I don't mean that as an insult. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Donna's here.
Oh my gosh, my phone is broken.
Broken?
It won't respond, it won't turn on, it won't turn off. Look, I'm pushing the button, it won't turn off. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
No. I've tried that like 10 times this morning. I've turned it on and turned it off. Nothing works on it. And I had a guy who contacted me who wanted to purchase a whole bunch of my CDs. So I just bundled the big bundle up for him. It took me like from the time I said I have a few things to do until now to put up that one listing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Was that in the group that Chris was bundling everything?
No, this is someone who bought some CDs from me off of eBay, and he asked me if I had any more heavy metal CDs, and I have like 100 of them.
Oh, nice.
So I just bundled up 60 of them and posted it. But I wanted to, do it while he was online asking me the question and my phone, I'm going to have to go down to Verizon. It's just a year old. That's all it is. Anyways, I've been listening while I've been stressing and working.
Yeah, no worries.
I've been listening to your chat. and about your templates. I wish I could have paid a little bit more attention and sat here and watched, because I don't do templates. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I don't do any templates.
Well, you know what? There's gonna come a time where you're gonna find a storage unit that has like, a store of where they have exactly the same item 400 times, where it's gonna make your life so much easier when you could just do that one listing. And if there's variations, you can just change it every time you go to list something. I mean, that's just an example of something that, but sometimes too, when it's multiple, then you just put the quantity that you have. But if there's any kind of variations or a little bit different, like you have those TV guides, right? And I don't know what your plan is for them, if you're going to list them or you're going to put them in my surprise box that's coming with the Ebony magazines that you're going to put in there.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I won that box.
That's right. And I have a la
I can
carte.
choose what I want.
Is that what you want? You want the Ebony magazine?
I don't know. I don't have to think about it, because they're going to be heavy, right? But you can also send that medium mail, but you can't because that other stuff. So we'll figure that out. We'll talk about that offline.
All right, we'll talk about it. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if it's a Verizon problem. I don't know if it's I think it's an iPhone problem, which means I'm going to have to go to the iStore in the mall.
Okay, so Craig is offering a solution here for you. If you ever have a problem, hold down the home key and the power button. It does a hard reboot. Works sometimes when just power button doesn't work.
Okay, so let's see. All right, it's starting back up now. I'm going to try to do that.
Also, just quickly, while we're on the topic of phones, I just want to put something out there, because I think I got this tip from somebody here I don't mean right now, but somebody on YouTube about spam. We get all these robocalls and crazy phone calls, especially me. I have the same cell phone number for 20-something years, and because of my business, I can't change it. Like, mortgage is mortgage. I get referrals, I get repeat customers. Customers who I haven't heard from in 5 years still have my number. They call me, so I can't get rid of that. And I have to answer every call, because you just never know who's ringing the phone.
Right.
And boy, the spam has been ridiculous. So somebody recommended an app on Verizon, not on Verizon, on anybody's cell. It's just in the App Store, whether or not, it doesn't matter what carrier you have. It's called RoboKiller. Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you, do not use it, because it was working great. Don't get me wrong. But when my husband, landed up in the hospital and I had to put an out of office message away, I changed my message, and I could listen to my changed message on my cell phone. But when people were calling in, they were still getting the, "Hi, you've reached Teresa Books there," and all the usual, "Please leave your name and number. I'll get back to you as soon as possible." It wasn't changing the message. Come to find out that app forwards the calls to a specific number so that they can determine if it is a spam or a robocall, and they kill it. So you could change your voicemail message a dozen times. It's never going to update. So it took Verizon like 3 levels to figure out what the heck was wrong with my phone, that it wasn't changing. And it was because they had forwarded my phone calls. So just a word of advice to anybody who's thinking about using any of those, third-party apps.
Okay, so I'm holding down this button and this button, because my son told me to do this yesterday when my phone started doing this. And I'm pressing both in at the same time. I'm holding both in at the very same time.
Yes, that's what he said.
All it does is take a picture. I'll do it again.
All right, so you're holding down the power button and the home key.
Yep.
Craig, is she doing this right? Are you looking? Rebecca, good morning, Rebecca.
There's something wrong with my phone.
How was your husband's? I hope you guys got to the doctor yesterday. I hope they saw you finally.
Vicky, they can see you in the mirror when you walk by.
Oh, he was on Pat's show last night. It was too late for me. I was exhausted. I watched like maybe the first 10 minutes and I ended up falling asleep.
So I gave this guy a bundle of 60 rock and roll, hard rock, heavy metal CDs. I put the offer. I said to him, I said it's $100. I said I'm not interested in splitting up the lot. I just want to sell the whole lot.
And how many were there?
60 of them.
Okay. And you sent the media mail, right?
I send the media mail, yeah. But you have to understand, some of these CDs, I've looked up some of them, and some of them sell for as much as $20 each on eBay. And his eBay, I'm going to look and see if he's a reseller. Look. Oh, it moved. Thank God. Look at white screen. Okay, wait a minute. Items for sale. Let's see if he resells them. Oh, yeah. He's a big time reseller. He's a big time reseller. He's got, oh no.
You know what? It's like your auctions. You don't mind helping the resellers.
No,
I went to a place yesterday. I told the guy I was a reseller. He was trying to dump merchandise from his, he had it was like a garage in the back of a bunch of stores, and he had so much like crap though. He buys storage units and he sells at the flea market. But like I watch what you throw away. He don't throw anything away. Like he was selling bins for $20 with really stuff you can't resell on eBay. It's like little nonsense. And then he didn't want to budge on prices. And I told him, I was very honest with him. I said, listen, I resell. He had a bunch of like trinket Lennox dishes. And I said, the most I'm going to pay you is $2 a piece. You want it $5 a piece? I said, I'll pay you $2 a piece and I'll take it all. He's like, well, I'll give you these four for $2 a piece. Yeah, because they're the lowest,
Right.
They're going to sell for 10 if I'm lucky,
So I don't know. I put $100 free shipping. And he offered me $75. I put don't accept offers of below 90. So I think I'll just go back and tell him $90 is a great deal. I mean, I'll be happy to get rid of them for $90. Did you happen to see in my group, did you have time what I sold this morning?
No, I didn't even look.
So I found, I'm sorry, talk about something else 1 second. I'm going to respond while he's online. I'm trying to, it's like having a fish on the hook. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. No, go.
When you're going back and forth with someone, that's why I was like, oh my God. And it took me a half an hour to take those darn pictures because my phone's not responding, but right now it's responding. So
okay, all right.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. You know what? While you're doing that, I'm actually going to share my screen. So Craig says he doesn't like the auto decline. Is that what you do? Do you have the auto decline on, that you just decline offers under a certain amount?
Only on certain things. I usually just keep it open, but only on certain things, like usually on really expensive things, like I'll know that I won't take less than a certain amount. But only on expensive things. On like inexpensive things or clothing especially, or no, expensive clothing I keep it on. But with clothing, I don't. I just have make an offer, because there's days that I may not have a lot of sales, and if I've got something listed for like $25 and someone offers me, like you were saying with the shoes yesterday or the day before, if someone offers me, for the item's $25 and someone offers me 18 or 15 or even 14 on a slow day, because I have so much inventory, I'll just take it.
Right. Well, I think that's to Craig's point. He always counter offers. If you just decline, you could be losing a sale. And I had a couple of things, we were talking about that a little bit before you came on. I had a couple of things where, I had I want to say a shirt up there for, let's call it $15 or $18. I don't remember now, whatever it was, free shipping, because it's under £1. Yeah. And somebody, actually it might have even been more. Somebody offered me, and from California, $5. Now, yeah, if you have that on order decline, it's going to decline it immediately. But I came back and I put in the thing, and I always write in caps. First I write, hi, and thank you for your offer. I can accept $9 and then caps, free shipping, because that's how it is.
Yeah.
Or this is the best I can accept with free shipping. And I always capitalize the free shipping. I sold it. when I came back with that, that was the least amount I would sell it for because of the free shipping, especially going to California. It's probably maybe $4. So, I'm making $5 on the shirt rather than selling it for $5. And I'm not making $5, right? $2.50 is going off the top for fees anyway. That's why clothes sometimes can be really frustrating because, when all's said and done, at the end of the day, you're making $2.50.
Right.
But
So what did Craig say about my
so Lisa C, good morning, Lisa. Lisa's in the chat also. She's also saying if a try button on the right, hold that, then hit the volume key on the left.
Oh, volume key on the left?
Yeah, so she's kind of got something else going on. It's not exactly what Craig was saying. I don't know if it's a different way.
All right, so slide to power
on the right, hold that, and then hit the volume key.
Look at it. You see how it's not responding? Look, nothing. Look, nothing. Just went off. Okay, we'll see. We'll give it a few minutes. Will that hard set it, Lisa? Good morning, honey. I don't know if I'm just like out of my mind because I spent all flipping day yesterday on YouTube. All day. Watching and listening. I need intervention from YouTube.
Yeah, you and me both. It happens.
Oh my God, I got nothing done. I was planning on listing all day yesterday. I didn't list one item. I watched YouTube all day long, from one live stream to another live stream, and then I even went on for a few minutes. I was going on for 20 minutes.
A few minutes. You went on for more than a few minutes.
2 hours and a half almost. It was crazy. Like the time goes by like that. We were on like crazy. All right, can I tell you what I sold this morning? So
hold on. I'm gonna put actually the group up. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Because I had the group up and then all right, so those of you not subscribed to Donatella's reselling, here it is. This is reselling.
No, that's Dominic's. But
that's Dominic's. I'm sorry, wrong group.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But subscribe to him too, because he is awesome. He is like super, super awesome. So definitely.
I don't know why it brought me here first, but okay. Okay, so this is Donna's storage unit auction buyers and sellers, and I guess this is what you sold.
This is it. So I got this out of the storage unit this week, out of that horrible storage unit, and I looked it up on eBay, and I couldn't find another one like it. I looked it up on the internet, and I couldn't find another one like it. So I listed it I first put it on auction for like 2 days, and I didn't get any bites. I didn't get any offers. I probably should have left it longer. But anyway, so then I changed it to buy it now, and I put it on for $400, and I didn't get any watchers. I didn't get any offers. So then yesterday I lowered it to $375 because I just want to flip this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit on this stuff, especially this. It's like 5 feet tall. It's big. I want it out of here. It's basically my cost of goods on this is going to be zero once I start, selling all this stuff. So someone offered me $250 for it overnight, and they haven't paid for it yet. So I hope they pay for it. And I posted it in Dominic's group, and I posted it in my group. And this very nice person in Dominic's group said, I'm going to private message you. And she messaged me and she said, I'm private messaging you because I follow you on YouTube. And she actually she just joined the group. She didn't know I had the group. I have to mention it more often in my YouTube videos. And so she said, I can't do this for everybody. She said, but I want to do it for you. She looked it up on WorthPoint. And it sold on WorthPoint for $50. $50. That's it. So I took the offer of $250.
Yeah. Okay.
He hasn't paid.
I want to make a comment about that because I follow Don, the auction professor. Like he's my go-to guy for a lot of stuff, and he will be the first one to tell you that it depends on the market. Now, WorthPoint, that could be a sale from 3 years ago. Like that
Oh.
doesn't mean it was a sale yesterday. And to pay for the Worth Point subscription is expensive. I know some people belong, but Craig, so funny. Hi, my name is Donna. I have a YouTube problem.
Where is that? I don't see it.
You're
Hi,
funny.
my name is Donna. I do have a, and so do you, actually.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. He's on like every live chat that I'm on too. So
So
he
am
has a
I.
YouTube
So
problem
am I.
also.
So.
We both do. We'll both go to YouTube Anonymous. Maybe
Yeah.
we should start a group called YouTube Anonymous.
It's funny. Before I really, honestly, kind of got involved with all you guys that I love and friendly with now. I used to just put, let's say, Casey or Don or Star or somebody's, and just not comment and just list and just listen. But now, because I feel like I have to be interactive with you guys, right? It's a lot more distracting. So, that's the other thing that comes into play. But you know what? It is what it is. I've actually been on for an hour, so I am going to cut it short, although we do have 8 people watching, and thank you guys so much. I will say on this note, too, I had my first dislike yesterday, Donna. You weren't on when I was mentioning that, and I know why. Because
I have a couple, too.
You know what? When you're a moderator, though, it gets worse. And I went and I wrenched somebody yesterday and timed somebody out yesterday, and I swear that person just came back and went, dislike.
So look what it says on its own.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see the date?
Yeah.
See the date?
2011.
2011. Like I said, that's why I won't pay for Worth Point. I don't think it's worth it.
So 2011, so it's sold for that, so now it's probably rare because there's none around, because 2011, that was what, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
That's not so long. That's not for something to be like super rare, 8 years.
Right. What I was going to say, Dawn will be the first one to tell you that the pricing on all of that collectible stuff changes on even a 6-month notice. Things that weren't selling 6 months ago all of a sudden can become hot, and all of a sudden something that was selling for $50 can be going for $300.
Yeah, you know who was talking about that yesterday was Courtney. Bolo Buddies.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like right now, Oshkosh Bagosh vintage baby clothing is super hot. People are paying like ridiculous money.
I couldn't give it away. I couldn't give it away.
Yep, that's what she said.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. They're actually still in the truck. I found like 15 or more pieces.
Go in my box too, I guess.
I better stop telling you what I found. They're selling for like $100.
I know.
Gosh, bagosh, kids overalls. Are you kidding me? Who's
I know.
buying this stuff and why? I don't understand. I don't understand. A lot of the ones that I have stains on them, so I'm gonna have to spot treat them and see if I can get them clean with some OxiClean and stuff.
For sure.
Wash them up, but they're in pretty good condition.
Okay,
okay, honey, I know you want to go.
And we're going out to a garage sale that started 9 minutes ago, and you know me, I have to be there when it first.
All right, go have fun.
But I'll see you guys maybe later, maybe not.
Okay.
You're not allowed to be on. I don't want to see you on.
Oh, Key Lime Kisses. Yeah, Worthless Point.
Yeah.
How much is it? Okay, you go. Go ahead.
All right.
Ahead, you guys. I'm gonna go on for a minute. If you guys want to come onto my channel, I want to talk about Worth Point for a minute.
All right.
I'm gonna go live.
Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye bye.